Actually, we are live now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good evening everyone and welcome to SL World Bird Park. SL World Bird Park is India's first interactive bird park with a unique nature interpretation center. SL World Bird Park is a home to 60 plus species and over 500 birds, my friends. मैं वापस आपको एक बार स्वागत कर दी हूँ SL World Bird Park में. Now this beautiful structure that you see behind me over here, this is what it looks like when we enter SL World Bird Park. This, my dear friends, has been preserved from the time when a European couple lived here and they had this whole log house design. This used to be their home. We have maintained their aesthetic and we have now converted it into our ticket counter as well as our personal entryway to SL World Bird Park. So without any further ado, let us go ahead and step inside SL World Bird Park and meet our favorite Selly birdies for the day. Let's all go inside. I excuse myself from not wearing a mask as the birds inside who interact with us on a daily basis are scared of masks. So my apologies for that, and my camera person is standing 6 feet away from me. We are maintaining social distancing, so please do not worry about that, my dear friends. So let's go inside. You'll be wondering why we have a double entry system over here. This double entry system is protection for a bird so that they cannot go outside and they are safe inside. Now, I would like to welcome you once more officially into SL World Bird Park. What you see around here behind me is a naturally curated garden or the habitat that we have made for our birds. All these birds, my friends, are purely exotic birds. Please not get confused. We do not have Indian birds at our SL World Bird Park. If you notice above, we have a complete netting around us. This netting is nothing but the main aviary. So as soon as you walk in right now, you are entering the bird enclosure, the main enclosure, or the main aviary as we call it. So as I mentioned earlier, SL World Bird Park, we have created or curated this natural habitat around us over here. For this example, let me take this beautiful palm tree that I have behind me. This palm is called as a petticoat palm. Petticoat palm has this unique feature where each of these leaves can break apart into thin strands like hair, like this. Each strand of this is what is utilized by the birds for making their nests, and also when they are wet, they soften up and they become as a nesting material. They also use dried leaves and other twigs as in when they collect it. I would like to draw your attention to this part of the bark of the trunk over here. As you see, it's quite thorny and it's hollow inside. So the birds use this area as a resting or even a hide area, a way to keep themselves safe from predators. So this is how unique the petticoat palm is. Once all these leaves dry out, these leaves will fall around this main tree trunk, exactly looking like that of a sari petticoat. That is why it is called the petticoat palm. The main reason I'm talking about a few of these trees specifically are these are unique for specific birds that we have in this park. Right over here behind me, you will be able to see this big broad leaf structure plant with thin stems connecting all into one stem below. Each stem of this plant can contain up to a liter of water. This is the reason it's called the desert palm or the traveler's palm. As when pilgrims would go across in the desert, they would need a water oasis. As there are no water bodies around, they would use this tree and this branch. They would make a hole and siphon the water out of every stem as a straw. So this is how they would get their water intake as they would be in the desert. So this is very unique, and even our birds utilize the space as a perfect nesting area. So let's go ahead and go and meet some few Selly birdies. In SL World Bird Park, you will be learning about 3 main types of birds. The first one being aquatic birds. As you can see, a lot of water body around me. I'm so sorry. But now you'll notice it's raining. We are shooting in the natural environment. So that's why you can see me completely dressed up and suited up in my raincoat. But this is how we all are on any other natural day. So in Esselwood Bird Park, you'll be learning about 3 types. The first one being aquatic birds. Aquatic bird species are the ones that prefer to spend time in water. Terrestrial, the second type of species, terrestrial birds, namely the ones that like to stay on land. And the third type being free-flying. Free-flying birds are the ones that you're going to be seeing all around you when you come and visit us. But excuse us, because of the rains today, the birds are going to be hiding. So there's no guarantee that we'll be able to spot them right now in the trees. But we'll be taking you ahead where you'll definitely be seeing birds in the following sessions to come. In Esselwood Bird Park, we have a team of naturalists, biologists, who come and spend the entire day over here in serving all our celebrity birds here, and we take care of them and we nurture them. Let's come and find not only birds that are exotic in this park, we have a few exotic fishes as well. So currently I will request my cameraman to zoom in to the corner over there where you may see a patch of blob of orange swimming. So in that patch of orange over there, that is called koi fish. Koi fish are Southeast Asian countries, belong to Southeast Asian countries, and these guys are considered to be very, very lucky. So these fish bring in luck when kept in homes or in open areas like this. So we have 2 constructed ponds over here specifically for our aquatic birds. Now right now, as I mentioned, because of the rains, they will be in the hideout areas, which you will be able to see much later and as we go ahead. So here you can see a huge luxurious pond for some of our aquatic birds like the black swans and a few duck species like mandarin duck and the wood duck. As we go ahead, I would like you to pay attention to the bird sounds that you hear around us, because this is very specific when you visit the Esselwood Bird Park. Reason being, once you enter here, you have to imagine yourself to be that on a nature trail, and you'll have to look up into the trees, down under the bushes, because this is where the birds will be hiding out. Okay? So this, my friends, is Nafis. This is a tree house that we have made. Okay? This is called the mocktail with cocktail. Reason being, we would like you guys to come here, sit inside and experience the beautiful windows, look out from these windows and observe the birds. Let me take you all inside. So once you step inside here, you will see the beautiful glass floors. Guys, do not be worried. These glass floors have been tested and can take up to 600 kilos of weight. So, कुछ डरना की ज़रूरत नहीं है यहाँ पे. You can see this window here. From this window, you can come, spend some time and look out at the trees and branches that are birds sitting here. This area that you're currently looking at right now is called the rainforest area, wherein the trees and plants that have been planted in this specific area is such that you feel that you are in a natural rainforest. And right now we are lucky enough, we are shooting in the monsoons and we have this natural feel. We have had our painters and experts coming here who had sat and drawn and painted our birds, and these are a few of our examples that we have right around here in this room. So let's go out and find a few birds. As sustaining, I apologize if I'm going to turn my back towards the camera. Reason being, the pathway is a little bit slippery and I do not want to have a mishap and have a fall over here. And neither would I like my cameraman to fall as well. So let's just take it easy and we'll go ahead to meet our first celebrity for the evening. I hear you have been hearing a lot about our celebrity live on Instagram, on Facebook and other such social media handles. So you guys are all, I hope, interested to meet Kik. And you know that Kik is a green-winged macaw, right? So let's go ahead and see them. I will be introducing you to some of our colleagues as well, where we take round-the-clock care of all our bird species as well. enjoying the beautiful greenery that we have around us. Usually this is an area we'll be taking you in to our favorite spot, wherein you'll be meeting our first celebrity of the evening. Alright? So let's go. So this, my dear friends, I would like to welcome you to our Woodpecker Stadium, or our amphitheater. This, my friends, is our amphitheater. On a natural day, when you do visit us at SL World Bird Park, this is where you will be seated, where you can enjoy the live bird presentations that we have. And on normal days, we have species like our cockatoos who will come and try to frighten you or try to be playful in nature. But we request you not to try to touch them. So let's go meet our first celebrity. I hope you heard that sound. Take a moment and take that sound in. That, my dear friends, are the calls of cockatoos. So cockatoos, what you're hearing right now, these birds come from Australia. So without any further ado, with the cockatoo sounding in the background, I would like to take my team members to take over. Here we have Rajesh and Dheeraj who will introduce you to our first celebrity. And here, let's all meet Kit. Hand over to you, Rajesh.
Hello guys, good afternoon, and this is Rajesh here at Woodpecker Stadium of SL World Bird Park. Without further ado, I'm going to show you Kik, and here is our Kik with our bird friend Dheeraj. Kik, as you see, is a green-winged macaw. Green-winged macaws come from Central and South America, where there's a lot of green vegetation. These birds camouflage in the vegetation such way that it helps them to, hide from the predator birds. Coming back to the main features of a bird, you see this long tail, right? This is used primarily for the bird to take flight in the air. Just imagine what will happen to an aeroplane if they do not have wheels. The same way, this feat is also very, very vital for the bird. And then coming back to the beak, you see how sharp the beak is, right? So let's give a walnut to Kik and see how fast she can break the walnut. See the power of Kik. This is what it is. Within few seconds, the walnut is gone into pieces. These birds live as a flock. When there is a flock of birds, they also go to the Amazon basin in search of mineral salt. This salt is known to reduce the toxicity that they garnish through the food that they get in the wild. Main diet with these birds are fruits, vegetables, nuts, berries, and much more colorful flowers. These are mainly available in wild, and these birds are well known because they are very famous in the pet home. So coming back to the topic, macaws in general are monogamous in nature, and these birds made for life. They do not change the partners, and they lay up to 2 to 3 eggs and incubate up to 28 days in the time. Once the baby is hatched, the mother and the father takes turn and feed them, take care and pass on all the genes for their further development. Once this is done, the babies fledge from the nest at 90 days and takes into their wild life. And this is the beauty of the nature, that everything is a role done by the nature. We humans should be very well aware of the damages that we are making on an everyday basis. Now I pass it on to Dheeraj to continue.
हेलो एवरीवन, कैसे हो सब? तो मेरा नाम धीरज है और मैं आपका हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूं एसएल वर्ल्ड बर्ड पार्क में। और ये हमारी प्यारी सी किक है। तो बात करेंगे हम कुछ किक के बारे में। और किक हमारी ग्रीन विंग मकाओ है, यानी कि हमारी ग्रीन विंग मकाओ की प्रजाति की मकाओ है। और इसका नाम कैसे पड़ा? जैसे कि मकाओस के जो नाम होते हैं ना, वो उनके कलर्स के ऊपर आधारित होते हैं। तो अगर आप देखोगे ग्रीन कलर इसके जो विंग्स के ऊपर, इसीलिए इन्हें कहते हैं ग्रीन विंग्ड मकाओ। और मकाओस आते कहाँ से? मकाओस आते हैं सेंट्रल अमेरिका, साउथ अमेरिका, मैक्सिको के वर्षावन जंगल से, ट्रॉपिकल रेन फॉरेस्ट से आते हैं वो। और अगर बात करेंगे इनके आंखों के बारे में, आंखों के पास अगर आप ध्यान से देखोगे तो धारी उससे आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं मकाउस को, कौन सा मकाउ किक है, कौन सा दूसरा मकाउ है। और बात करेंगे इनके सेक्स के बारे में, यानी कि मेल फीमेल कैसे पता चलता है मकाउस में। मकाउस मेल फीमेल पता चलता है डीएनए टेस्ट से, आपको पता चलेगा कि मेल कौन सा और फीमेल कौन सा, क्योंकि मकाउस आर आइडेंटिकल, वो एक ही जैसे दिखते हैं, मेल फीमेल दोनों एक ही जैसे दिखते हैं। और बात करेंगे इनके बीक के बारे में, जैसे कि राजेश ने कहा था कि मकाउस का बीक काफी स्ट्रांग होता है, वो वॉलनट को किस चंद सेकंड में उसका टुकड़ा कर दिया था। और साथ ही में मकाउस को जो बीक है वो केराटिन नाम का प्रोटीन से बनता है, जिससे हमारे ह्यूमंस के हेयर बनते हैं और नेल्स बनते हैं। बात करते हैं टेल के बारे में, मकाउस का टेल इतना लंबा क्यों? इसके पीछे रीजन ये है कि मकाउस जो जंगलों में होते हैं वो अपना दिन का समय 70 से 80% लंबी लंबी ऊंची उड़ानों बिताते हैं ताकि वो खाना जुटा सके। और अगर इन्हें टर्न लेना यानी कि अपना दिशा को बदलना है दाएं से बाएं, तो टेल को दाएं बाएं मोड़ते ताकि वो टर्न ले सके। और रुकने के लिए अपने जो टेल के फेदर्स है ना वो पूरे ओपन कर लेते हैं और एस ब्रेक्स इस्तेमाल करते हैं। और कुछ चीजें मैं बताना चाहता हूँ आपको मकाउस के बारे में। ग्रीन विंग मकाउ का वेट, ग्रीन विंग मकाउ का वेट होता है 1.5 kg से लेके 1700 ग्राम तक। और हमारी किक का जो वजन है वो 1520 ग्राम है, तो काफी हेल्दी है किक हमारी। और हाइट के बारे में, मकाउस में हाइट कैसे पता चलता है? बीक से लेके टेल तक जो वो ग्रीन विंग मकाउ होता है उसका जो हाइट होता है 90 to 95 सेंटीमीटर तक इतने लंबे होते हैं। और एज, मकाउस 70, 80 या 90 साल तक जी सकते हैं, जैसे कि हम सभी इंसान जीते हैं। और किक हमारी प्यारी सी बच्ची 3 साल की है। और आप सोच रहे होंगे, अपने दिमाग में क्वेश्चन आ रहेगा कि मकाउ यानी कि 80-90 साल तक जी सकते हैं, तो किक तो अभी सिर्फ 3 साल की है और वो काफी ज्यादा बड़ी होगी क्या? मकाउस में बिल्कुल ऐसा नहीं होता। मकाउस में क्या होता है, उन्हें जल्दी बड़ा होना पड़ता है, यानी किक फुल्ली ग्रोन साइज है, 3 साल 4 साल में वो फुल्ली ग्रोन हो जाते हैं, मेच्योर हो जाते हैं 3-4 साल में वो। और बात करें ब्रीडिंग के बारे में, तो मकाउस जो होते हैं मोनोगैमस होते हैं, एक ही उनका फीमेल पार्टनर होता है, मेल पार्टनर जो भी होता है एक ही होता है। और ब्रीडिंग के बाद, मेटिंग के बाद वो 2 से 3 एग्स देते हैं। और वो एग्स कहाँ पे देते हैं? ये नेस्ट बनाते हैं जो पेड़ होता है उसके कैविटी के अंदर, यानी ट्री के होल के अंदर नेस्ट बनाते हैं अपना, उसके अंदर 2 से 3 एग्स देते हैं। इंक्यूबेशन टाइम होता है 28 डेज तक। और जब बेबी पैदा होता है यानी कोई चीक पैदा होता है तो 90 to 100 डेज तक अपने माता पिता के साथ वो रहते हैं, उसके बाद वो नेचर में इंडिपेंडेंटली उड़ जाते हैं। तो ये काफ़ी बहुत सारी जानकारी हमने कवर किया है किक के बारे में और ग्रीन विंग मकाउ के बारे में। तो इसी के साथ अब समय हो चुका है दोस्तों किक को बाय करने का और टूर को कंटिन्यू करने का। मैं चाहता हूँ कि कभी बाय बोले आप सभी को, और रोशनी को मैं हैंड ओवर करना चाहता हूँ, मेरी कलीग को।
So thank you, Dheeraj. Thank you so much. And now, my dear friends, I have a very good surprise for you. At Esselworld Bird Park, you may be wondering who takes care of these birds and their health care. So with me and with all of us present today over here, I have Dr. Reena Dev, who is Mumbai's best animal and exotic vet. I would like to hand it over to Dr. Reena.
Hi everyone. I'm Dr. Reena Dev. I've been working with Esselworld Bird Park for the past 3 years. It's my dream job, okay? I work with 70 different species of birds and over 500 of them. So anybody who loves animals and who loves birds is a dream job. Yes, it comes with a lot of set of responsibilities, and you must be wondering, when we are catering to 70 different species, we are doing different diets for all of them. So let's talk a bit about Macau diet, right? In the wild, macaws go up to even 100 kilometers foraging for their food. Obviously, that doesn't happen in captivity, and that definitely doesn't happen when you have a pet macaw at home. So yes, things that we stress on when you are doing diets is you definitely try to mimic what diet they eat in the wild, okay? Which includes, you will do nuts, you will do berries, you will do seeds, you will do fruits. So in general, their diet is say about 15% of their body weight. At Esselworld Bird Park, we actually have a buffet system where there's a day-to-day, a weekly menu, and yes, like how all of you like your desserts, even they have their set of treats. So let's talk about treats. Remember, they have a big beak, right? So they're going to need something hard to crush. For you, you would probably like a chocolate, but for them, it's a walnut, a Brazilian nut, a macadamia, sugarcane a lot of times. And remember the coconut we use at home to cook food? That's another thing which is one of their favorites. So great, hope you have some info on Macau bird feeding, and we'd like to take more sessions forward and take this forward again. Thank you so much, Roshni, for having me here. So we'll go back to Roshni, who will be explaining about the bird park. Roshni?
Yeah, hi. Thank you, Dr. Reena. Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much for coming on. My dear friends, if you have any doubts regarding or any questions that you would like to ask. We will be taking live callers with us right now. So if you have any questions, please feel free to call, and then we'll take you live and you can ask us questions, and we are there to clear your doubts. But in the meantime, on special request, we'll be having Kick coming out for all of us again. So with Kick on our side, you can go ahead and keep asking us a few questions. I hope you all have been enjoying this session so far. So while we're bringing Kick out again, I would like to call Dr. Reena back. Hi. Thanks, Dr. Reena. So Dr. Reena has been training us as bird handlers over here to how and specifically to take care of these birds. So she has taught us handling techniques, how to hold them with either using one hand, two hand hold, how we use them using a towel. These are some of the most basic that Dr. Reena teaches us, and she guides us n number of times on the diet and how to play with these birds, how to make them more social. So on this basis, we have Kick who's ready to come back out to join us again. Thank you, Dr. Reena.
So as we say, Kick's health entirely is taken care by our Dr. Reena here, and she knows much better knowledge than like what all the vets know, because she's one of the most avian vet who's done courses abroad and is spreading knowledge to us, and this indeed helps us a lot to know what are the practices done in the abroad as well. So be it the techniques that are involved in, like taking care of this bird, drawing blood for like a gentle checkup or checking their weight, all of these are taught, and we do it as a regular basis. By doing so, what we are doing is also maintaining the diet and the patterns of the bird like we do with the kids at home as well. Birds and kids are not really different because they might be different species, but the care is more the number than for the kids as well.
Thank you, Rajesh. I would request you to please stay on for a moment.
Yeah.
I would like all of you to follow me because I have another surprise for you. So let's go ahead and see your surprise. So remember I spoke about the cockatoos earlier. So we'll be going and seeing a few cockatoos that are settling down right now. So as you see, a beautiful team is right here to support us as we go live. Thank you all guys for coming out and supporting us. So my friends, this is the perfect example that we have right here. As we are recording Kick down there, this is a beautiful couple up here. There's Simba and Nala. These are called Triton cockatoos. Okay? Can you see the yellow color feathers on the top of their heads? Okay? So cockatoos, basically, when they need to show a range of emotion, they utilize these feathers on top of their head to open up and they express themselves. On the extreme right, you have another species of cockatoo right here. This little one is called a Drukop's cockatoo. Drukop's cockatoo is much smaller in size. All our cockatoos come from Australia. The same way how we have crows and pigeons in India, Australia is littered with cockatoos all around them. If earlier you had the sound of them screeching, trust me, the screeching sound of just two of them or three of them together is loud enough to go about 2 kilometers. These guys, imagine having hundreds of these guys around you, and that will be even more surprising. Look how beautifully she sits there. This is the natural environment. They love getting wet, as birds like having bath a lot. Good. So how the basic way to tell a male and a female cockatoo apart would be to try to take a look at their eye color. Look closer at the eye color. The female will have a brownish tinge towards her eyes, and then over here the males have completely black pupils. So let's go ahead before we say bye-bye. I have some very special information to give. Oh, for one more surprise. I hope you can see this little guy down here. Since we missed out a few aquatic bird species, this little guy, his name is Muskie. And this is a Muscovy duck, my friends. The Muscovy duck has a bright red marking, V-shaped marking on the face. And this indicates that this bird is a male bird. Aquatic birds have this one special feature, is their webbed feet. Their webbed feet, and then you see that some of his feathers are wet, yes, but maximum birds who are aquatic in nature, they have a gland beneath the tail which enables them to spread an oily substance across their feathers. Now this oily substance, my dears, are very crucial for aquatic birds. How happily he's wagging his tail every time I address him. This hissing sound and wagging of his tail is nothing but how he greets us. Reason being is, he is our first incubator baby. This is his typical behavior to welcome us whenever he sees us, and he's always this happy. But you might want to keep a little distance from him when you do visit us, though he looks very friendly, but then yes, he has a very sharp bite. No, Muskie? No, baby? You like to bite a lot? And Muscovy ducks have a special feature, unlike the other smaller duck species, wherein on their beak, on the upper beak, on the inner portion, they have a ridge. And this ridge is basically what they can use to tear your skin apart if they bite you. Birds do not have teeth. Let me clarify that one thing. Birds do not have teeth, they have their beaks. And some of them are equipped with ridges like this that can, yes, cause you harm. So on this note, with Muskie with us right now, I would like to say something very, very important. We human beings are the ones that are destroying nature a lot. Okay? So we need to be able to take care and pass on and save all this natural environment for our future generations to come. Without which these guys will have nothing but to fall upon Discovery Channel or zoo. Let's do our bit in maintaining our nature and our environment. And all of you today here have seen Kik, green-winged macaw. I'm so sorry for the fumble. A green-winged macaw, Kik. I hope you got enough and learned a lot about Kik today, and also some basic information from Dr. Reena. On that note, I would like to thank our brand partners, that is registration partners, that is Book My Show, Paytm, Chipexo. Our radio partners, Radio Nasha, our brand partners, Fruity, Nestle, Sahara Star, Viviana Mall, Retail Image and Holiday Inn. Thank you guys so much for giving us the support. Without your support, this program would not have been this successful. Thank you to all my viewers today who have been present here today, and I hope you have enjoyed.